Shame on Southern University. Shame on the Southern University system. Shame on the Southern University Board of Supervisors. And shame on Chancellor John K. Pierre. Shame on them for not acknowledging Elijah J.D. Priestley, who is the youngest college graduate in Louisiana's history, the youngest college graduate in Southern University's history, the youngest college graduate in Southern University system's history. He graduated not with 1, but 2 degrees in physics and math at the age of 17 years old. Shame on them. Shame on them. And it was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. It wasn't accidental. It was done on purpose. How do I know this? Take a look. So what you're watching right now is a video of Elijah Priestley getting ready to walk across the stage. But who's that? Who's that in the red? Who's that in the wine talking to Chancellor John K. Pierre? And I asked Chancellor John K. Pierre, hey, are you not going to mention that he's the youngest graduate with 2 degrees? That he's the youngest graduate of Southern University? And his response was, I think the media is going to cover it. Want to cover it here? And you know what? It's my fault for not grabbing the mic and saying something. I was disgusted. Do you know that after that, Chancellor John K. Pierre still didn't say anything? That he allowed for all the people in that room to not know that we are creating history here at our HBCU. That all those graduates were not able to hear that, yo, not only am I great, but I also graduated with the youngest college graduate in Louisiana's history. There's a literal high school right across the street. Well, not a high school, but there's Southern Lab, right? Southern Lab, that is a high school. I think it's a middle school and a high school. There's a whole school, Southern Lab, where you have nothing but middle schoolers and high schoolers who could be inspired by Elijah Priestley's story. That I can be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old and go and graduate from college. No, they didn't do that. Oh, well, what's funny about it is that Elijah Priestley had emailed Chancellor Pierre just a couple days before. So now he's walking across stage and there's nothing being said. Oh, the fact that Elijah Priestley also wrote emails to the Southern University Board of Supervisors, the same Southern University Board of Supervisors that some years prior was saying, hey, we have the youngest college entrance at our school. It's all on the news. They're giving him a full ride scholarship. Oh, but why was he having issues with financial aid if he had a full ride scholarship? You were so proud to talk about him being in school at a young age, yet when he finally finishes your university, you don't say anything. When somebody walks on stage and kindly reminds you, hey, you're not going to say anything, and your response is, I think the media is going to cover it. What media? Southern University News. They didn't cover it. Once again, shame on me. Shame on me for not grabbing the mic. You know, the Charlemagne the God, he has Donkey of the Day. Donkey of the Day goes to Southern University Board of Supervisors, Southern University Chancellor John K. Pierre. Donkey of the Day goes to them. Donkey of the Day goes to them. Donkey of the Century goes to them. Shame. Why else would you not say? You can't say it was an oversight because I brought it to your attention right there on stage. You can't say it was an oversight. Why is it that Louisiana and the Black leadership in our HBCUs are so absent-minded and make stupid decisions that rob our community of inspiration and rob our community of the support that we need. We say, oh, we're the Black geniuses. We're people. They're right there in front of your face, but guess what? They don't acknowledge them, so you would never know. The people whose job it is to recognize these people, they don't say anything. You have greatness. You literally have a history maker in your room, and you don't say anything. Then you get reminded, and you don't say anything. Crazy, crazy, purposeful, purposeful. And then you want this young man to come back to your university. You want this young man to brag on your university after how you treated him. You're lucky. You're lucky. He's a bright 17-year-old with a big heart and a heart of gold. That he's even thinking about coming to Southern University. I tell him to take his talents to a place where it's going to be appreciated, because obviously it's not appreciated at Southern University. Obviously, it's not appreciated by the Southern University Board of Supervisors. Obviously, it is not appreciated by Chancellor John K. Pierre, who is a very brilliant man. Very brilliant man. There's no way that you cannot be brilliant and connected, that you go from being the chancellor of the Southern University Law Center to becoming the chancellor of Southern University. Shame. 17 years old, graduating from Southern University, and not a peep about it to the thousands of people that were inside the dome. Not a peep. The F.G. Clark Activity Center. Not a peep. Shame on you. Shame. Shame on you. A prophet is without honor in his own house, and look at it. Look at that. You don't even give honor. You don't even give honor to a young man who's named after a prophet. Crazy. Southern University, count your days. You know what? Let me phrase that. Southern University leadership, count your days. The leadership that does not appreciate the students that are there, the greatness that is there, that you've been entrusted with, count your days. You will be judged for mishandling the greatness and the genius of the students that are there. Because if this happened to someone that is a history maker, imagine what's happening to the rest of the students that are at Southern University. Imagine all the financial aid issues that the students are having. Imagine how students get their schedules purged and get kicked out of housing because of financial aid issue. But guess whose check ain't never late? Southern University chancellors. John K. Pierre's check ain't never late. The administration of Southern University, their check ain't never late. But the financial aid checks of the students are. Oh, how do I know this? Because I'm a 2-time graduate of Southern University. I graduated from Southern University Law Center, and I graduated from the Southern University Master's in Business Administration program. Shame. Shame. Shame on all the administration that treats their students like that, that does not celebrate their genius, does not celebrate their greats. Shame. And I'm putting it out there for everybody to know. You wonder why your HBCUs are in bad shape? It's not because students, it's not because it's bad students, it's because it's bad administration and bad leadership. Terrible. I'm tripping, and I don't care how nobody else feel. That's how I'm feeling about it. If your kids are thinking about going to an HBCU, make sure that they go to an HBCU where their greatness, where their genius is appreciated, celebrated, recognized, cultivated, nurtured. Because if it wasn't for some of those dedicated professors at Southern University, we wouldn't know about Elijah J.D. Priestley. We wouldn't know about the youngest college graduate in Louisiana's history. We wouldn't know about this 17-year-old young man who advocated for himself to even graduate. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how this young man had to write letters to the Southern University Board of Supervisors, showed up to the Southern University Board of Supervisors meeting, and the moment that they saw him, they did not want him to get up and speak about his experience at Southern University. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You don't even acknowledge your living greats among you. You had a chance to talk about your own history and you don't? Man, please. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed. And by the God that I serve, Yahweh, Yeshua HaMashiach, Southern University leadership, Southern University Board of Supervisors, all those who are complicit in making sure that nobody knew about Elijah J.D. Priestley and the greatness that is there at Southern University, you will be gone in 3 years. Mark my words. You will be gone in 3 years. Don't get your act together, you will be gone in 3 years. Mark my words. Y'all be blessed.